Now, before I get into the king stuff, let me start off with the stuff that was shown at the start before getting to the king stuff. So basically, we see now that everybody has agreed to the training and all this stuff after basically getting mocked by our main character's rival, Kakeru's rival, basically. Like, we see everybody getting mocked by him and everything in the previous episode, and by that, basically Prince giving the incredible speech and becoming a great man in my eyes. I never expected him to be that good of a character, and now he's a good character in my eye. I'm not gonna lie, he's a good character. But uh, the thing about this episode is now the practice regimens has like increased even more, and now they are practicing pretty much day and night, and pretty much like through athletes. Like when you look at athletes, like they always practice. Like yes, they have their time, like they have their share of time, they have their free share of time, but whenever they see a chance, they always take the chance to practice their whole thing, like how they can improve on certain stuff and how they can just keep on doing stuff that's important to their career and stuff. And that's what we have seen here, a team basically getting built from the scratch. That's what we have seen here basically. So I think so. I like that part of the series, like how this is a team. This is an actual team rather than like even if it's a bunch of misfits, it's still a team that's been built from a scratch. Like it's down and bottom. Like these guys have the potential, but they don't. But they are just like anybody can have has a good potential. Anybody can have brilliant potential, but it really depends. Like especially while running, unless like you're really old, uh, like like really old, like I don't know what certain age would be, what would you call as old age, but yeah, unless you're really old, uh I would say like you have the capability of running even in your like mid 30s and stuff. Like yeah, your body will feel weak, but still you will have the capability of running. So to see that kind of stuff shown, and how like this is a scratched team built from a scratch, I really like the concept of that, especially with some older people in the team that are like what, in their early 20s, I think so. And that's kind of the age where you start to feel stress and everything, and that's where King's things comes in. Like King, I don't know what his age is. Like I feel like his age is around 20 or something, and that's like when once you hit like that age group, like 20 early 20s and mid 20s, that's when you like begin to feel this frustration of like you need something for yourself, and that's what King actually had in his mind. Now a lot of people may look forward and say like King was a complete a-hole in this episode, and I will agree. The way he speaks, it completely comes off as rude and cruel and stuff. But at the same time, you have to look this from the King's perspective too. Like, if you ask me, if you were put in King's situation where you didn't want to run, but you were forcefully put into that situation where you had to run, what do you think would happen? Like, would you like, especially a genius like King? Like, imagine you're a genius like King. Like, remember, King is a very pretty good genius. So imagine somebody wants to build his life. Like, you have an opportunity to build your life, and you have an opportunity to run. What would you choose? Like, obviously, you choose life, and that's what King basically showed us here. Like, oh, you like, I don't want to run. I want to live my own life, and I can see where King's whole mindset comes from. I think so. That is most probably why. I think it was very natural for him to act like that. I feel like it. I mean, yes, his character hasn't shown to be like, oh, this rude person or anything. Like his character hasn't been like that. But still, like when an opportunity like that arrives, a character's personality can change. Even our personality changes when an opportunity like that arrives in our front of our face. We do change our personality completely if it's like, especially there are situations like where you get very stressful, and King especially getting very stressful because of all these job offers and stuff, like open applications, job offer applications and stuff open for him, and he wants to interview for them, and it kind of happens. It just happens. Like that's just how it is. So yeah, let me know what you think about this episode of Run of the Wind. I feel like this was a good episode, a decent episode. Compared to the last one, it wasn't that much of a big episode, but I like to see all the team passing around and everything. So yeah, let me know what you think about this episode. I'll see you guys in the next videos. Always, peace.